Hey guys, this is Eric.
And this is Chris, and we're here today to talk to you about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This is the sixth book and the sixth film in the Harry Potter franchise, and follows Harry's attempts to retrieve an obscure memory from Hogwarts' newest professor, Professor Slughorn. The film also focuses on the changing and evolving relationships of the main characters, and takes an especially romantic inclination.
Yeah, it's an interesting film tonally because the series has gotten progressively darker. That continues here. I mean, the movie opens with basically some wizard terrorism, as it were, in the heart of London. And yet, there is a lighter side to the film that takes up a lot of the screen time, which is the romance and the relationships between the characters. But it all leads towards what's a pretty somber and sad ending, and I think it's a tricky mixture, but it does it well.
Yeah, you're right. The balance here is extraordinary. It's a terrifying, exciting, adventurous, funny, dark, violent movie.
Yep.
And I think that is sort of in large part not only sort of attributable to the skillful direction, but also to these sort of complex characters that we get here that I don't think we've really seen since probably the third movie.
Yeah, you know, besides the central trio, all of whom as young actors I think have gotten progressively better, we also get some peripheral characters that have been in all the films, but now get to sort of rise up and get more screen time than they've ever had before.
Yeah, it's very cool to see someone like Draco, who we haven't really seen in a couple of movies, except for a little bit here and there, really come into his own in this movie and be developed not just as sort of a baddie, but as a real honest character. We also see Ginny Weasley, who we know, obviously from fans of the books, will know is a very important character moving forward. Mm-hmm. She really steps up, and the actress who plays her does a really sort of sweet, charming job here.
And then when it comes to new actors, every film sort of has a big, great British actor guest star who's the new teacher of the year. And this time it's Jim Broadbent as Slughorn, and he really is excellent. He has a lot of very funny material throughout the film, but he also has some really nice, poignant material later on in the movie, and I think he just nails every scene he's in.
Yeah, I think out of all the cameos, his might potentially be the best so far, and we still have to see sort of what they do with the next two movies. But certainly he sort of nails the funny and the dramatic so well, and he's such a major portion of why I enjoyed this movie.
Now, I'm a huge fan of the books. I've read them multiple times. Has an adaptation. I was very happy with this film. They have to cut a lot from these movies, especially as the books got longer. And yes, there are things I miss, but I think they really did a great job of getting to the core of the matter, especially with the Voldemort flashbacks, which there are many more of in the book. But the ones they kept in, are the right ones to keep in.
Right, and in a weird way, this movie sort of maintains the criticism that I've lobbed at the series in the past, which is that sometimes the core adventure of the movie, which is to say the quest for the Goblet of Fire or explaining the Order of the Phoenix, tends to sort of be incidental to the one or two things that happen at the end of every movie that actually move the story of Harry and Voldemort forward. So I think narratively this movie is a little bit weak, but I think that is easily forgiven because of the incredible character work and the sort of the charm and adventure that's still to be found in this film.
Yeah, by the end of the film, you have spent more time with these characters in quiet times than you have in the previous couple of films. But the great thing is you enjoy spending that time with them because they're very well done characters, they're very well acted, and so it's just an enjoyable experience to spend that time with them.
Right.
Now, I didn't do the official review of the film. Chris did. What are you giving it?
We're going to give it 4 stars out of 5, 8 out of 10. I think that this is a sort of funny, moving, dark, exciting film. Great tonal balance, great performances, great characters. And I think people are really, really going to be sort of thrilled by it when they see it in theaters. I think it's easily, if not the best of the series so far, I would say second to something like Azkaban.
Yeah, I loved it, even more so than Chris. I probably would have given about 4.5 stars. I think it is up there with Azkaban among the best of the series. And I really think, when you leave the theater, there's sort of a melancholy tone, but that's because it was this sort of great character journey, and a lot of these big summer movies are pretty empty and hollow, but this one has some weight to it, which is pretty commendable.
I like that it takes a pause from the sort of action set pieces that we got in the last two movies and really finds the characters again. It's a hugely successful movie. I think you guys are going to love it. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you're going to love it. So go check it out and check back with IGN at movies.ign.com for more.